How could you do it, Mother?
Do what? Kelly needed help, advice, guidance. That's exactly what I gave her. Good help, responsible guidance. What you told her to do was despicable. Excuse me? Sit tight, Kelly, and keep your mouth shut. Don't let anybody know that you caused the accident. Go on, Mother. I know you lie as easily as you breathe, but I am not going to let you corrupt Kelly. I thank God she had enough sense to go to Andrew and Mel and let them convince her to turn herself in. Now, I'm sure you think that Andrew's a fool for giving her that kind of advice, but Mel? Do you think he's a fool, too?
What I think of Mel Hayes is none of your business.
Oh, yes, it is. I was happy for you. I found myself believing that my mother had finally met somebody that she can respect, who brings out the best in her. And I was wrong. You know what the hottest banner buzz is right now? The way you leaked Mel's story on Drew and Ace's land grab to the Sun. To Todd Manning. You stabbed Mel in the back, and now he's on to you. And I wouldn't be surprised if you never hear from him again. And that would serve you right, because you don't deserve him.
Are you quite through? Because I'm through listening to you. It's now time for you to listen to me. Trying to protect Kelly, who still may have to go to jail. And may I remind you that at this point in time, you're hardly in the position to take the high moral ground and lecture me. You just walked out on your husband and your child.
Don't you turn this around at me. I know exactly what I did. This is about you and the way you chose to protect Kelly.
I did what had to be done.
No, you told her to lie. God only knows what would have happened when Mel printed his story on the accident and... Oh, I see. I see. You knew that Mel had the story. You asked him not to print it, didn't you? And he refused. So you decided you were going to teach him a lesson. You gave Todd everything. Drew's past, Ace's waterfront scheme, all of it.
That's exactly what I did.
I can't believe that you were willing to lose Mel just to get even with him.
I hoped it wouldn't come to that. I told him that that story would betray my family, and I begged him not to print it, but he flatly refused. So I had the good sense to get up off my knees. And I did what had to be done. And I would do it again. Because this isn't a game. It's life.
You're telling yourself you did this all for Kelly.
No. You want the truth?
Of course.
Maybe you better hear it before you make that decision. Mel blew into my life like a tornado. He swept me up, and I didn't mind because, you see, a part of me started to believe that I could become the most important thing in his life. I really wanted that. But I should have looked at the man. I should have really listened to him. Because no matter what else is going on in Mel Hayes' life, nothing will ever be as important to him as his work. I mean, even his drinking takes second place to his work. Oh, can you imagine it? I'm in third place. After his work and booze.
So what's going to happen now?
At least he's learned that I fight for what I believe in, and he will come to admire it. The same way that you do.
Not so sure that admire is the right word.
Go ahead. Deny it, I dare you. Come on, honey. I know you. Deep down, you know that I was right when I told Kelly to lie no matter what. Survival. It's an instinct. And we Kramers have it. We do what has to be done. That's why I knew right from the start. Your marriage to Andrew was doomed. He has never understood the person you really are.
You know, I haven't knocked off an obit in 20 years. I think doing this one on Guy Armitage is probably going to make my day.
Well, I admire a sentimentalist, but the man is still alive.
Hope springs eternal.
Well, if you want it so bad, it's yours. I've already pulled up some basics on Armitage. All you have to do is access them. You can use my computer. I got a meeting to get to. So put on your shroud and have fun.
Clint, here's the piece. Sorry, I don't have any excuse for it being late.
Well, there's no apology necessary. You've got other things on your mind. Like all of us, you're worried about Blair and Starr. Look, I'll check this piece later. Right now, I've got an editorial powwow to get to.
Clint, excuse me. I really feel that I need to apologize to both of you. I just found out that my mother is the one that gave your story on Drew to the Sun, and she may think she have a right to do so, but I don't. I think it was reprehensible.
Reprehensible, maybe. Lousy, definitely.
You know, if you think you're going to go around apologizing for everything your mother does, your dance card's going to be full for the rest of your life.
So I guess she gave it to you both coming and going.
Well, she scooped me. It happens.
You're a class act, Mr. Hayes. I just hope you understand that my mother can be her own worst enemy.
Well, for somebody who takes no prisoners, that can be terminal.
Well, I've seen her with you, and I was really hoping that it was more than just...
Just
so you know, the way that she and I are, I end up having to forgive her. Often.
Wouldn't it be boring if any of us were all good or all bad? The way I judge a person is how they juggle that. Your mother, that's one cocktail shaker of a mix. Humanity at its most intriguing.
Well, if you can still say that about her.
She is who she is.
Okay, then maybe you can get back together.
Well, that depends on how far apart she thinks we are. In my book, she owes me big. Hopefully, he will tell you what happened. The three of us can sit down and figure all of this out, okay?
Okay, I will be there. Hi. Hello, Mother. Bye, Mother. So, are we going to break the ice? Or are you going to go for a permanent freeze-out?